Okay, I'm live. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kimilly Prosperity in Savannah, Georgia. And in this video, guys, I am going to, first of all, let me tell you this. Go ahead and drop where you are watching from. I always love that. I had gotten away from asking you guys to do that, so you would stop doing it. But drop where you are watching from. If you're a replay viewer, say replay and where you're watching from as well. If the camera is super shaky, it's because I'm walking. I'm actually bouncing. I'm in my bounce boots. So let me show you. I'm in my bounce boots. Been a while. Okay, I hope I showed y'all for real. So anyway, guys, I'm bouncing down here, and I wanted to talk to you about a question that recently came in my inbox. And the person was like, hey, Kim, I like your videos, but I just saw where you were talking with Candy B about her erasing $2,000 in medical bills because of a tip that you gave her with regards to the credit, right? So they were saying, you mentioned in that video that your prices are about to go up because this weekend you're going to the Money Bag Tour. I almost had the money to get a consultation with you, but with your prices going up, I don't think I can afford it now. And she was like, why do you keep making it hard for people to work with you? And so, guys, I have to tell you this. The more I invest in myself, the more value I have to place on the information that I'm giving out. The more valuable my time is. For example, this Money Bag Tour, it's in Atlanta. They have very limited tickets. As a matter of fact, when it was first announced, it sold out in 20 minutes. It was only because I went to the Bureau Bullies Do for Self weekend, where they offered more tickets to those who were there in person. See, the power of being live. It was only because I went to that event that I was able to snatch up a ticket to go to this event. Now, logistically, what do I have to do to go to this event? Well, y'all know I have a son. So, I have to make sure that he has, someone to watch him. Well, luckily, it was my ex's weekend. So, check on that. And my ex is in Atlanta. Okay, great. So, I'll drive to Atlanta, drop him off at his father's. That's taken care of. But I need a hotel. So, I have to pay for a hotel. Now, yes, it's a tax write-off, but I still have to pay for it today to get that money back later on in the year, right? So I got to get my hotel. I had to get the event ticket, which was over $600, okay? I have to get my hotel. Oh, of course I have to get to Atlanta. Well, wouldn't you know it, when I was going to another event, I hit something in my car, and my car needs to be fixed. Wouldn't you know it, the supply chain right now is messed up and people don't have workers. So it is going to be a while before I can get my car fixed. So I can't drive my car to Atlanta. That means I have to rent a car. Why am I telling you this? It's not because I want you to pity me. Oh no. I'm happy that I have the resources to do it. And again, all of this is a tax write-off. But my point is, and literally I'm picking up the rental car today, right? Here's what I had to do to get the rental car. I had to drive to where the rental car is, park across the street from the rental car where there's a shopping center, park the car that I drove in that shopping center, which just happens to be by a family member's place. So I drove my car to the shopping center across town, parked my car in the shopping center, got out of the car, put on my bounce boots, bounced across the street. Okay? I had to bounce across the street, go pick up the rental car. Then I drove the rental car over to my family member's place to say hello to them right quick. Hold on one second. Thanks. Drove the rental car over to my family member's place to say hello to them right quick. Now, put on my bounce boots, walk back over to where my car is to pick up my car, to drive it to where my family member lives so that I can leave my car there, take the rental, and hurry up and get across town to pick up my son from school. Why am I telling you this? Because, guys, this is called sacrifice. This is what I have to do as a single parent. Every single time I want to go somewhere, every single time I want to invest in my business, every single time I want to gain some knowledge, this is what I have to do. So what I'm asking you is this, guys. If I have to do all of this just to get the knowledge that I'm going to share with you. Don't you think that's worth something? I do not understand how people will sit at home and want you to share information with them that you've paid thousands for, sacrificed your time for, stayed up late night listening to conferences, webinars over and over and over again until it clicked. And they want the luxury of just saying, well, hey, I don't have that much. You keep raising your prices. Guys, let me tell you something. I used to say, hey, I'm for everybody. I can help everybody. But I've come to realize through the help of coaches and mentors, I am not for everybody. I'm for people that are serious. I'm for people that I don't even have to explain to them why I keep raising my prices or raising my standards to work with me. I used to say the same thing about my weight loss products. Everybody needs to lose weight and get healthier. So I'm for everybody. And I had to decide, no, I'm not. I'm not for those people who tell me, oh, I really need to do this. My health matters to me. But then I say, okay, what have you budgeted? And they budgeted nothing. Or they say, well, I can start with $20. I'm going to be honest. $20 is a fast food meal. That is not indicative of someone who is serious about taking charge of their health or their weight loss. So, and I'm going to be honest again. Everybody who has started with a low budget, usually they quit because they're like, I didn't see anything happen. Or worse yet, they get the products and they don't even use them. I have had people buy the products and I call to check on them, follow up. Hey, how can I help you? How is it going? And they tell me, oh, the box is sitting over there in the corner. I'm going to start it on Monday. I'm going to start it after the holiday. I'm going to start it now. I'm going to start it later. I'm going to start it. And I'm just like, what? You haven't even opened the box? That's a problem for me. Because I can only help you to the extent that you allow me to. Now, the people who have invested in themselves, y'all see my bounce. I done bounced all the way over here. Thank y'all for keeping me company. But the people who have invested in themselves, I don't have that problem with them. The people who join my team and they do more than just the minimum, I don't have that problem with them traditionally. But the people who are doing the least usually want the most. And I'm going to be honest. If I as a single parent can make it pop, can make it happen, can find a way, I don't even ask anybody, hey, will you take me to pick up a rental car? For what? Everybody's at work. When I rent cars from the airport, I drive my car at the airport and I leave it there. I don't ask anybody to bring me to the airport. Why would I have somebody drive 30 minutes across town and take me 20 minutes up the street and then they got to drive 30 minutes back across town? Y'all got to start valuing. I value my family's time too much to ask them to do that. I'd rather just pay the $12 a day for the airport to store my car. You know what I'm saying? But some of you won't do that. You'll be like, I need to find somebody to take me to the airport. No, I don't do that. Because I value my time and I value other people's time. I will pay for convenience. And to me, shortcutting the knowledge is a convenience. If you're going to go find out something and share the information with me at 10% of the price, how dare I tell you, oh, that's too much money. Why is it too much money? Because you don't have it? That means you need to make more money. That doesn't mean that the person is charging too much. That means you have too little. And I had to learn that the hard way. And there are plenty of my coaches that I now work with. And guess what? I locked in their monthly rates at a low price when they first announced it. You know why? Because I'm learning not to procrastinate. When you procrastinate, you pay the penalty for that. And I know that when somebody gives me stuff, announces something firsthand, that is the time to jump on it. That is the time. There are plenty of things that I do in my business that I used to do in my business. I don't do those things now anymore because that season has passed. So anybody who joins me and they want me to do those things, they're out of luck. They would literally need a time machine because I don't do that anymore. Not because I'm too good for it, but because it's not a good time value exchange for me. I'm at a different place in my business. And I'm telling you guys this because I want you to know how to say no to people who ask you to basically go back in time for them based on their money. Go back in time and do something that's inconvenient for you because they don't have the finances, okay, that you demand, that you are worth. You don't ever downgrade your value for somebody else's pocketbook. You make them upgrade their pocketbook based on your value. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Because this lesson cost me a lot of wasted time. talking to the wrong people, people who were not serious, people who wanted to take what I had and basically get me to give it to them based on what they could afford. Those people will never be successful. Not because they can't, but because they don't understand the laws that govern success. And success is sacrifice. Success is serving. So if you want everything to be convenient to you, if you want everything to be within your budget, you're never going to be successful. You're going to have a very hard time for a very long time. Okay? That's just what it is. And how do you sacrifice when you don't have the money? You look at how much it's going to cost you to not get that thing, to not this event. Like I already told you, over $600 for the ticket, my hotel room, the rental car. Let's just call it $1,000 for one day, for a one-day event. But what am I doing? I'm plugging into people who basically are so astute in consumer protection laws and protecting your money and protecting your rights that they're I gotta watch what I say. But these people are so astute in that they're changing generations by basically telling people this is what you should pay and this is what you should not be paying. They're pointing out inconsistencies in contracts that make those contracts invalid. Just now, even getting the rental car, do you know the guy was asking me to initial, and because I was actually reading, he was asking me to initial stuff that says, hey, if I don't do this, then the fee is this much per day. And there were blanks there. So I was asking him, well, what's the daily rate? And he was like, it's the rate of the car. I was like, okay, so are you going to fill that in since you want me to initial it? Because see, even if he tells me it's the rate of the car, if he doesn't fill that in front of me where I'm initialing, then he can put in a different amount, right? He can put the rate plus 10 or whatever the case may be. And I've rented a lot of cars, y'all. So I've been in that situation before where they said one thing and did another. And many of us are so busy, we don't read contracts anymore. And so when we go to enforce the contract, where it was blank before, because there were literally 3 blanks on that contract, and he wanted me to initial. And I was like, no, you got to fill this in first. And he was like, it's a standard contract, ma'am. Excuse me. I had to let him know, because they be thinking that you're not well versed in this stuff. I said, sir, I run a lot of contracts. I mean, I'm running a lot of contracts. I run a lot of cars. And different companies function differently. So, no, there is no standard contract. Like, don't play me to the left like that. So, you going to fill this in, and then I'm going to initial it. That's what we going to do. But I'm telling you, just being a part of the community of the Bureau Bullies, and now going to Asma's money bag tour, and finding out like how these people just, we waste so much money, simply because we don't even know our rights, and we don't have time, which really we do. You got to make time, but because we don't think we have time to enforce our rights, we don't even go after the people that are bullying us. We just let it ride until the time expires. And so I'm positioning myself. Yes, my business makes me money, but what's out the window with all of these companies and corporations who are violating me constantly? And I'm not going to have my son grow up and just signing away stuff with it blank, not paying attention, not enforcing his rights. So I will spend $1,000 to go there for one day to learn from people who have been studying this for years. You know why? Because when you get in these environments, what happens is, I don't know how this is going to work. That doesn't work too well. Okay, this car. Let's see how we're going to do this. Okay, I need to let y'all go. But when you get in these environments, these people have been studying this stuff for years. So if I can go somewhere and I can compress days, decades into days, right? Months into minutes, then it's worth it to me. Now, if that's not worth it to you, then that explains why you have what you have, and more importantly, why you don't have what you don't have. And that's just how that works. But never will I ever do all this sacrificing, coordinating my son's care. Hold on a second. Never will I ever do all this sacrificing, coordinating my son's care, renting cars, getting hotel rooms, going to another city on little to no sleep, Thank God for NRG, because I know I will be popping that like crazy. Never will I do all of this and then just come and hand over everything that I sacrificed to you for free, simply because you're not willing to make the sacrifice and give me my value. I want it to be so easy. If I find value in what Kim provides, why do I want it to be so easy? And then you need to check yourself. Because if you continue to do that, if you continue to treat people that bring a lot of value like they are worth only what's in your pocketbook, then you will never have money, because you have planted bad seeds. And these are laws, these are principles, these are concepts that govern wealth, y'all. Okay? So whatever you do to another person, trust me, it will be done back to you. So when you start your business, don't be surprised if nobody pays you. If before you started your business, you didn't want to pay nobody. All right, that's my clue. This car, this vehicle does not hold the phone as well as my normal vehicle. So let me go ahead and go. Guys, leave a comment down below. Did this help you? Did this make sense to you? Every time I go over the speed bump, it falls. But you guys have literally bounced with me to my car for me to drive my car back to where the rental car is. Now I gotta go be a mom, pick up my son, take him to karate, get ready to go out of town. I'll keep y'all updated about the money bag tour. So happy I got my ticket, and I will talk to y'all later. All right, here's another speed bump, so y'all gonna flip again. Oh, you didn't that time. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Leave a comment down below, and that's it. All right, bye.